Hi, this is Sana Shiraz. I am an embodiment coach for dating and relationship for strong and independent women and a course leader for therapeutic dances. We continue our discussion about the model of feminine and masculine energy. If you're not familiar with that model yet, I recommend you to check my previous videos. We have already figured out that we as strong and independent women are quite often, or we are very familiar with our masculine energy and in many situations. And the fact that is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay, we also talked about that for the matter of balance, for the self-care, and also in relationship with men, we might really want to be in this moment connected to our feminine energy. So many of my clients are asking, okay, but how does it really look like in a practical situation, everyday life situations? And once I really even want to be connected to my feminine energy, how does that practically work? Especially when I am actually working the whole day in a corporate or with any work, and I'm quite the whole day in my masculine energy, planning, being in action, being analytical, being in my head. Or I am a mother and I'm all the time in action and trying to make the things work in the cooking and cleaning and driving the kids around. So how is it possible that in the evening, when I'm going on a date or with my husband or a man I'm in a relationship with, that I suddenly can switch and be connected to my feminine energy? Very good question. And my partner and I provided a very short demonstration of the differences in a very usual everyday situation. Watch it and I will come back afterwards to explain.
So, how was your day then?
It was a good day today. I'm quite happy. It was very productive, so I could manage to work a few hours on a business plan. Then I had an appointment, a mastermind. It was very good. The topic was very, very interesting. And the coaching session was happy to have it. It was a long day, but all in all, good. Yeah. Yeah, we need to think like how else this week's nursery topic, in which days we wanna send Ryan to nursery. I promised Andrea to call her back about that.
Okay.
It's okay. How was yours? How was it for you? Could you recognize similar situations when you are being that reporter? I was quite in my masculine energy, being in my head, reporting about what happened, and being in my head, planning what it needs to be done the day after, which is a very usual situation for many of us. Well, what else is possible? What are we talking about when we say being in a feminine energy? Well, feminine energy is about being in body, being in present moment, being in feelings, feeling the feelings, and being a modus of receive. Because there's a lot of these factors has something to do with body and feeling and mindfulness and present moment. So there are some very good news that we can actually access to them instantly. Of course, we need some practices, but it is possible in any moment that you decide and create to be in your feminine energy. Here are some tips. Once you decide, for example, in a date or in conversation with a man in your life that you want to be in your feminine energy, the first thing, lean back. Just really okay, here is nothing to fix, nothing to do, nothing to jump. No need to answer quickly, giving any good answer, jumping ahead. Just lean back and just let go and feel your body. You can do it with few breaths or just with maybe one deep breath. And take your time. Feminine energy is also really about taking your time. And then connect to your feelings. Some of us might have a little of difficulty to find that access. There will be extra content about that part, how to feel the feelings. But you can try to find your inner poet. If you, for example, have something to do with writing, anything helps you to express, to feel more. Your inner dancer or your inner artist, any kind, or just really exploring the feelings. There will be a demonstration in next video in the same situation, and I want you to see the differences, and we will talk about that.
So, how was your day?
Let me recall the day. But yeah, I felt so warm and connected and peaceful this morning when Ryan was sitting in my lap, my arms, and just, putting his head toward my chest. I would have loved to just make that moment stay. Just pause that moment. Yeah, and it felt so yummy in my mouth, and I had like the salad you made it with for this breakfast. And it was so beautiful so comfortable, so homey to look at you and Ryan on your lap, just two of you eating a salad, that beautiful, delicious one. Yeah. How was yours? Okay, so there are some points in that video which I wanna emphasize what it was not about. So what's the being in feminine energy not about? First, it's not about any manipulation or agenda with man. That means it shouldn't be the way that, okay, if I start my sentences with feeling and doing my body like that, that is more attractive. It's really about you are authentic. Second, the moment you are being in your feminine energy, that means you are already present in your feelings. You are not reporting about your feelings. Many of us do in that way. For example, if something happens, that happened, that made me sad, and afterwards that was solved and I was relieved. Okay, I exaggerate, but that means I reported from my head about some feelings. This is not feeling. Third, be careful about the tricks our mind has. It usually wants to tell you, oh no, that is a feeling, which is not. Feelings are really, I feel sad, I feel bad, I feel angry, I feel disappointed, I feel hurt, all the kind, or a body sensation. You can just say, that makes my chest really feel tight and my shoulders feels heavy and my hands. It's really a body sensation you can use to describe a feeling or how it occurs to you. What is not, I feel you lied to me. It's not. That is not a feeling. This is a thought. Okay? Beautiful. I also demonstrated that demo in a very normal or not really in any kind of good clothes or makeup or anything, because this is also the point. You can be very lovely, beautiful, sexy. However, if you will be in your masculine energy, the masculine energy dance doesn't work. And in opposite, you can be really in your jogging suits on the street, and you meet a man on the road, and you are in your feminine energy, and your vibration, your energy is attractive, and the dance flows. Okay. I hope that you have learned enough to practice a bit. So, leaning back, breathing. And I would also recommend you to practice to find every day a moment in that day which made you feel very good in any kind, and try to go further in that moment and describe more and more and deeper how you felt with details. That's a very good practice because it's easier to connect sometimes to the good feelings. I do not have the distinction between good and bad. There's an easier way to connect to them. And more when you practice, we can also get into the more difficult feelings, which we don't say that also you can feel and express them with man, and the man can connect to you as long as it's not head-driven or is not a exaggerating and dramatic and drama queen, so which are their shadow areas and wounded parts of masculine and feminine energy. We will talk about all of this way more. Have a lovely, nice dance.